So the question I have is, can we post-process photos with AI, especially wildlife photos, because there's a lot of things that you need to change in the photo to make it look pretty cool, right? So can we use AI to do this job for us? Well, not really, but we can use AI to kind of improve our photo. It depends on how deep you want to go with AI. I mean that because a lot of photographers say AI it's all fake and blah blah blah, but at the end you could still use it in your own advantage and keeping it realistic without going too much into AI, right? So I'm going to show you how you can use AI to post-process your photos. This could be wildlife photos or anything else. I'm just going to show you some tips and some prompts that you can use to make your photos look better, or let's say different from the original one. So let's get into this video. All right, into Photoshop. As you can see here, we will be using a real photo, and with AI we will create stuff around it, kind of post-process this photo. So first of all, what I'd like to do here is I want to go to select and then go to subject to make a selection of the subject. Now, once I have the selection of the subject, I press Ctrl-Shift-I or Command-Shift-I to select inverse, so we can select the outer parts, right? And now I'm gonna press on Generative field. Let me put it here. And here I'm gonna write moody color tones. Press enter. Now, Photoshop isn't gonna make real moody color tones, but it's gonna do something in the background. I'm not sure what it does, but it creates a really cool new surrounding around your photo. And that way you can kind of change the outer parts of your photo. So not the subject itself, but the stuff around it. And now let's see the variations we have here. We have 3 of these, and this one looks pretty real. I like this one. Let's keep this one. Now let's do another one. So now I'm gonna select, for instance, this area here on the left side. So I'm only selecting the areas around the raccoon and not the raccoon itself, because I don't want to touch him. Let's do Generative fill and let's write green bushes, and let's create this with AI. Obviously the quality of the generations isn't that good, but if you use this for digital, for social media, it's fine. Nobody will notice the difference. And the fact that I don't touch its face, it's okay. Everything around it is blurred out anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's kind of bad quality. Now let's see what it created. This one looks nice. Let's keep this one. All right, let's create some flowers in the foreground. So what I do is I'm making kind of these waves like this. So it doesn't go in a straight line. Just when I have it here, click on Generative fill and write flowers. I'm using Photoshop Beta, as you can see here, because Photoshop Beta has Firefly 3. It will be the latest version. If you use just normal Photoshop, I think you probably have maybe Firefly 1. I'm not sure about that, but using Beta makes me sure that I'm having the latest version of Firefly. And I can see we created some flowers. Let's keep this one. This one looks nice. I'm also gonna do some flowers here. So I'm also gonna select this area like that and just write the same flowers. And that's pretty easy. So basically what you do is you select different parts around your subject, and there you can add some stuff with Generative fill. And to be honest, I can't even tell that this is created with AI. It looks pretty real to me because we used a real photo in this and not a generated photo. Let's see, probably this one looks nice. Let's keep that one. And let's do something more creative. So, oh, I don't need a new layer. I'm gonna take this part here underneath his nose, and I'm gonna write tongue. And this should generate like this raccoon is sticking out his tongue. So if you want to go a bit more into digital art, you can try out more extreme stuff like sticking out his tongue and all that stuff. But be careful with that, because once you go too far with this, it doesn't look real anymore. But I think this one looks pretty okay. Looks a bit AI, to be honest. It's too sharp, but let's keep it. All right, let's create a water here, a puddle of water in the front. So I'm gonna select this area here and I'm gonna write puddle of water. Puddle of water, I tried a couple of times. It usually gives really good results. Sometimes it's too good that it doesn't look real anymore. So you can also write water or river, but Most of the time it really looks really sharp and really good. And you can see here it looks real kind of cool. So like he's standing in the water and he's drinking there. Maybe this one looks most real. All right, let's try something a bit more difficult for Photoshop. I want to add a wolf here in the background behind those leaves or sticks, whatever you call them. And I want to have this wolf watching this raccoon. So I would select this area and then I will just simply write wolf. This doesn't work out always. Sometimes it looks horrible, and 1 out of the maybe 100 times it looks good. So the trick with this is to just generate this so many times until you get the one you like. You can see here we just get feet of a wolf, feet again. This one is walking backwards, not what I want. I want a wolf that is watching this raccoon to the front. You can also see the stick is kind of floating in the air now, so that doesn't work out pretty well. So the best thing to do with this is to generate a lot of times until you get what you like. And if it doesn't come out, you can see here no result that I want. If it doesn't come out good, try out a new selection and just go on with these generations until you get the result you want. It doesn't always work out, so sometimes you're lucky with this and sometimes not. So that's the sad part about this. I can see this one looks pretty good, although the stick is a bit weird now, but we can fix that generative fill. This one looks pretty scary, but I think this one looks okay. I'd rather have a wolf that was watching him, but he's kind of, I don't know, watching a bit from the side. All right, let's fix this stick here. Let's just remove it. I think if we select this and just do generate a fill with no prompt, it will remove this from this photo. And you can see here how easy I created this kind of artwork. You can call this post-processing a photo, but I think this is more like turning a photo into an artwork. So that's pretty easy to do. And once you're done with your idea in this, you can go on with kind of doing adjustments to this photo. So for instance, if you want to change the lighting, you could now do curves here. Maybe you want to have some more highlights and some more darker tones like that. You can also use color balance to adjust the colors like that. So maybe a bit more like this. And maybe you can add a color lookup. Let's go for tree strip. It's my favorite one to get these nice color tones, although this is too much, so let's drop this. And maybe also a gradient, so we can get our focus on this raccoon and not on the outer part, like that. And here I would select something more kind of dark green, maybe a bit like this. And I will duplicate this one and put it there. And I will make the scale a bit bigger like that, so it only affects the outer parts, and change the blend mode to soft light. And I can see we have a bit more focus on the center here. Now, this is pretty okay. Oh, let's also do some hue and saturation. I feel like we have too much colors in this. I will drop these slightly like that. And I think this is done. And I can see how easy I just created an artwork with generative fill, actually firefly tree, and just using my imagination without learning Photoshop. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check out my other videos if you want to learn more about Photoshop or AI. Until then, catch you on the next one.